Galzeerah. This is a beginner belly dance workout. It's interesting I named my fitness channel Galzeerah Fitness because Galzeerah is my belly dance stage name. I am a student belly dancer. I've taken classes for about 6 years, going on 7 years. It is a fun hobby. I dance with some amazing ladies, and it's really been good for me to have more fun with fitness and find an artistic component to it. So I want to share that with you, and I plan to bring you some belly dance workouts. So these are not strictly fitness workouts. You will move, you'll use muscles, you'll develop better body awareness, but these aren't necessarily like a strength workout, a core workout, yoga. So they're more, think of it more as an art form that does give you some physical activity. But if you're looking for like a hardcore workout, this is not quite that. But still, it's a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoy it. Belly dance traditionally is for women, but there are male belly dancers. It's more widely accepted in places like Turkey. But if you are a guy and you're interested just to follow along and try something new, I say God bless you. So I'm going to show you 5 very basic moves. If you struggle with them, don't worry. Belly dance is unlike any kind of Western dancing. And there are also a lot of misconceptions out there about it. Traditionally, belly dance is very family friendly. It's done at celebrations. Historically, it was a lot of women dancing together for fun, kind of like, ooh, girls' night in. So there is a nightclub element to belly dance in some settings, but that is still these days very proper. They're professional entertainers. Really, belly dance kind of had a stigma from back in the 30s when Western culture first discovered it. And of course, what was practiced for years in the Middle East as something elegant and artistic like ballet, Westerners get a hold of it and go, ooh, that's a sexy dance. So belly dance is sensual, it's earthy, it is enjoying movement and the poetry of the human form, especially femininity, but it's not meant to be a nightclub look at me kind of dance. So certainly there is a lot of fun, and when you wear the costumes there's a lot of sparklies and fringes, which is one reason I love it. But it again is more of a social dance. It's more family friendly. So I will try to not talk too much about my beloved hobby, but we will get started. We'll play some music in between, and honestly I'm just using a royalty-free 1-hour Arabic music video that I found from YouTube. So thank you, royalty-free music providers, I appreciate it. So nothing that epic, but there's a lot of great traditional music out there. So the first move that I want to teach you, and by the way, you can belly dance with shoes, historically, traditionally barefoot. So the first move I want to teach you is a hip circle. But before we do that, I want to teach you belly dance posture. So unlike a lot of Western dances where you're kind of sticking your bottom out and arching your back, belly dance is actually very healthy for your back because you want to do a pelvic tilt. So if you've seen my Core Stability 101 video, I teach you how to do a pelvic tilt on the floor. But in belly dance, you want to always tighten your lower abdominals, tilt your tailbone under a little bit. So that way you're kind of stretching right through here, and that will keep your back nice and lined up. So that way when we're doing big hip movements, you don't strain anything in your back, and you keep your back and pelvic joints aligned. So belly dance stance, legs are just a little bent. Try not to ever lock out your knees with most sports. And then a little bit of pelvic tilt, and try to get those shoulders right over your hips. Don't worry too much today about what to do with your arms, but as you dance more, the arms will kind of follow along. Belly dance is about isolation, but there's also a connectivity. So when your hips are doing something, if you're showcasing a hip movement, the arms aren't doing, too much craziness, but they kind of will naturally flow along. For now, wherever your arms are comfortable, or put them in prayer posture if they're distracting you, so you can focus on hip movements. And likewise, if we're doing things with our chest or shoulders, just have your hands on your hips if you need to for stability. So the first movement is a hip circle. Not a huge one. We're going to have the feet shoulder width apart, Do your pelvic tilt, belly dance stance. Relax the shoulders. Arms can be out. If you're too distracted, just have them here or here. We are going to draw a circle with the hips. So we're going towards the right, the front, the left, and the back. So before we do a nice smooth circle, think about 4 points. And back. Right, front, left, back. And at this point, if you're brand new, don't worry too much about how you're doing this movement. Eventually, you want to try to get more movement from the hips and pelvis so that it's not so much just weight shifting, although there is some of that around your feet, but it's actually more coming from your core. But for now, make your circle very small. So let's smooth that out. So we're going to circle, bringing the hip to the right first. Good. And again, your circle may be quite small to start with. Again, try to keep that pelvis tilted a little bit. Keep your back nice and safe. So hip circles, knees are soft. Let's go the other direction. We'll slow it down. So left, front, right, back. Left, front, right. And when you bring your hips back, it's more just back to neutral. You're not really exaggerating it too much. Left, front, right, back. And then smooth it out. And we're circling towards the left. I don't bother with clockwise or counterclockwise. When I think about belly dance movements, I usually think more right or left. Good. So I'll put on the royalty-free music and we'll just try keeping the tempo and doing some circles each way. And excuse me because it's on my laptop right over here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle. Circle. Good, and again, if the hands are distracting you, just put them in front of your chest. But eventually, you'll get in the habit of just letting the hands kind of highlight whatever your hips are doing. Think soft with the hands too. That's something I'm still working on. But nice, soft, flowy hands, so you're not locked out, not rigid. Good. Nice job. One thing belly dance, or at least traditional Egyptian belly dance is not, is rigid. It's very flowy. Let's switch directions. We're gonna circle the other way. I love belly dance because I tend to be a little too performance-based, not so much competitive, but just I have to do well, I have to be the best, I want to impress people. And I love belly dance because really the attitude of a belly dancer is very free, very playful, and I like it because it's less about performance and more about engaging people in the dance and just expressing feelings. Kind of like, I am a belly dancer. I could stand here and smile and you would be entertained. And I like that confidence. All right, so there are your hip circles, my friends. We're gonna leave the music going and we'll work on now a chest circle. This one's tricky, especially if you're tight through your thoracic area. But basically we're going to draw a circle like this in this plane of movement. So keep your hips isolated, pelvis tilted. We're going to slide the chest to your right and then lift to your left and then back to neutral or down. So left, up, or sorry, left, down, right, up, left, down, and then smooth it out. So you're making a circle with the chest. You may not have much movement. So again, we tend to get stiff through the thoracic spine. If you are sore tomorrow from this, you'll know that you're doing a good job mobilizing everything. Nice chest circle. Good. This is a good foundational move for belly dance. Let's try the other way. Slow it down. Side, lift, side, back, side, lift, side, down, side, lift, side, down. Smooth it out. Circle. Notice how my hips aren't moving that much. So I'm connected, of course, because the chest and the hips aren't that far apart, but I'm not letting my whole body move. It's just the chest. And that will get better with practice. This is a beginner level video, which is probably what I'll stick to because I myself am still a student, so I'm probably intermediate, but I can teach a beginner class anyway. I have an amazing local belly dance teacher. I love her. She's quite a talented lady. She rescues cats as well as teaches belly dance. I admire her eccentricity. Good. Okay. So hip circles, chest circles. Next, I'll pause the music. Excuse me, I do want to teach you one traveling step. I learned this from an online belly dance class from a fairly popular, world famous Egyptian belly dancer named Henna. And I learned it as the Sharky step. I believe that's Arabic, R-A-Q-S, another word, S-H-A-R-K-I. My teacher just calls it the forward and back step. She's probably smarter, but I think traditionally this is called the Sharky step. So think about grounding your left foot in place. So that one is pretty much staying planted. You're not glued to the floor, but you're kind of magnetized to the floor, if that makes sense. Your right leg is going to take a step forward. You're going to put some weight on it, most of your weight. Rock back to your left, and then step backwards. Rock back to the left, step forward, rock back to the left, step backwards. So again, your left foot is kind of magnetized to the floor, and you're going forward, back, forward, back. Good. If you're more advanced, if you've had a few classes before, and you get bored with any of these beginner movements, work on your arms, my friends. Try to keep nice, soft, flowy belly dance arms that are just kind of highlighting what you're doing. So forward and back, forward and back. Good. So the Sharky step. We're gonna try it on the other side. Plant your right foot, magnetize to the floor. It can lift a little bit, but it's not really traveling. Your left leg steps forward, weight goes back on the right, and then step backwards. Rock to the right, forward and backward. So the forward and back step, as my teacher calls it, or historically the Sharky step. You can add on lots of spice with this one. Again, don't worry, this is a beginner level, but eventually you can add like a little hip push, or a drop, or some fun arms. But for now, just get the footwork. Good. And again, if you start getting into belly dance and you want to progress, I'd encourage you find a local class because a live teacher can give you so much more good feedback, and seeing it in person and learning from a real live person is great. But again, while you're learning and before you can put lots of different moves together, the best move to add in is your personality. Good. All right, we'll put on some music and we'll try the Sharky step on both sides. Going forward and back, leading with the right. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Forward, back. Forward, back. Forward, back. And the song is changing, we will just go with it. That's the talent of belly dancers, you just roll with the music. Hold a moment, let's get the new rhythm. 4, 3, 2, let's do a little more on the right leg. 1, here we go. Forward, back. Going nice and slow at first. Back, forward, back. We're gonna speed it up. Right here. Forward, back. Forward, back. Good. Forward, back. If you're really adventurous, we're going to take this in a circle. So same move, you're just turning. Forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Here's 4, 3, 2. All right, go slow on the left. Forward, back. Good job. Forward, back, forward, back. Galzeerah is the name I made up. To my knowledge, I checked, it doesn't mean anything in Arabic. Forward, back. I just made it up. It actually came, it was a video game character I made. My husband and I play on an old Xbox 360 and I named my character Galzeerah. So that's where that comes from, but I really like it. My real first name starts with G, so it suits me. Going a little faster. 4, 3, oh, we gotta wait for the next song. Wait for the music. We end up doing that a lot in belly dance. Keep a little movement going. And of course, this one's gonna be all expressive. All right, on the left, in 4, 3, 2, starting slow. Forward, back. Forward, back. Forward, back. One more slow. Speed it up right here. Smaller movements. Front, back, front, back. Nice job. If you feel up to it, you can add a little bit of sass to that hip, so you're just kind of giving it a push. Don't worry about it if you don't get it. Let's try a circle. Nice work. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, good job. So hip circles, chest circles, the rock Sharky step. I'm going to teach you a foundational movement. I'm going to pause our music. This is a shimmy. There are many different varieties of shimmies, but in its barest form, or the first shimmy at least that I was taught, it's just a basic hip shimmy. So what we're doing is pretty much just letting one hip drop. And how you do this, it's a combination of kind of tightening the muscles on the opposite side and letting the knee bend a little bit. So drop, 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 drop. There's not a whole lot of movement there. That's why belly dancers wear lots of sparklies and shiny things and different colors, because it draws attention to these little subtle movements. You see things a lot better when there's all kinds of coins or sequins that are sparkling and tinkling. So that's why it's great to just wrap a scarf around. If you're practicing, especially in front of a mirror, then you can see what you're doing. Then we're gonna speed it up. So smaller movements, but we're just dropping, dropping, dropping each side. And then eventually you speed it up even more, and it's kind of like like an old worn out engine of an old vehicle that runs kind of rough. It's just going boom, 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 boom. But that is a shimmy. So your glutes don't do too much. Mostly it's your quads. So you're just doing little tiny knee bends and straightens as fast as you can, even if it's this tempo. You can do a slow motion shimmy. I think technically it has to be so many beats per minute to be a true shimmy, but don't worry about it. So just a little shimmy. If things wiggle, that's okay. My first teacher that I ever had always used to say, let's wiggle, jiggle, and giggle. That's one thing to be a belly dancer. Any size, shape, fitness level, just who cares? You are beautiful, you are a flippin' belly dancer. So if things jiggle, that's okay. Good, so that is your shimmy. Keep that in mind. I do have one other move. I don't think I made this up, but I made up the name for it and kind of put a couple things together. I love shoulder movements. I have pretty wide shoulders and I like to play and show them off. So I call this the vixen. And again, I just made that up, so I'm not patenting it, and maybe someone else calls it that too or something different. But this movement is just kind of a nice little highlight. And when I teach you a combination with all 5 of these moves, this is gonna finish off the combo. So put your weight on your right leg. Your left leg is just gonna snake out a little bit. So imagine if you had a big, long, flowy belly dance skirt. If you're a guy, sorry, maybe you've got like the big wide leg harem pants. But basically, think of the long skirt. You're sticking your toe out from under it, kind of flirty, like, oh, there's my toe. You're gonna lean back a little bit and then do a couple of shoulder rolls or shoulder shrugs. So that is the vixen. Let's try it on the other side. So your weight goes on your left, you're snaking your toe out to the side, and then flirting with your shoulders just a little bit. And again, shoulder shrug or a couple alternating circles. Just kind of a little highlight. Let's try the other side one more time. Snake the toe, roll the shoulders. It's a good place to give a little hair flip too if you have hair that you can do that with. Toe out and roll the shoulders. Okay, my friends, so we're gonna put all of these movements together. We'll start without the music. We'll go slow. This is gonna switch sides each time. For simplicity's sake, let's always try to start on your right, my left. I'm mirroring you. I taught fitness classes for years, so I'm usually not too bad at it. So if you remember those hip circles, we will start going to the left. We're gonna go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna take it up and do chest circles to the left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Left lead, rock Sharky step, forward and back. This time just for 3, 2, 1. Little shimmy in there. And again, if you need to go slow, that's fine, but you just got a little pause for a shimmy, followed by the vixen. So the foot goes out, roll or shrug the shoulders for a moment. Good. Let's try the other side. Hip circles going to the right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now chest circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Forward and back, rock Sharky step for 3, 2, 1. Little shimmy. Right foot goes out, lean back, vixen. Good. Let's do the other side again, a little faster. Hip circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Chest circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rock Sharky on the left for 3, 2, 1. Shimmy. And left foot out, roll the shoulders. One more time to the right. Hip circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Chest circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rock Sharky. 4, 3, 2, 1. And the vixen. Good. Excellent, my friends. We're gonna put this together. We'll put on some music. I haven't really listened to this music. It seems to be very simple, just 4 count, but it may not fit the phrasing precisely. We will just go with what we have. Let's listen. So, starting with hip circles to the left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hip circle left for 4, 3, 2. Take it up to chest circles for 4, 3, 2, 1. Forward and back. 3, 2, 1. Little shimmy. Vixen. We'll wait for the next count of music. 4, 3, 2. Hip circle right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Chest circle right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Forward and back on the right for 3, 2, 1. Shimmy. Vixen. Nice job. Add a twirl if you feel ambitious. Get ready. Left hip circle. Here we go for 4, 3. This is actually pretty good music too. 1. Chest circle left for 4, 3, 2, 1, forward and back. 3, 2, 1, shimmy, vixen. Nice job. Right side, one more time, right here. Hip circle, 4, 3, 2, 1, chest circle, 4, 3, 2, 1, forward and back, 3, 2, 1, shimmy, vixen. And the song is about to end. Dramatic pose. Very, very nice job. All right, let's pause the music. We'll do a couple quick stretches, my friends, and that was your beginner belly dance. Let's bring the arms overhead, bring the fingers together, push upwards, pelvic tilt. So I hope that this is fun. I hope that it will interest you to further pursue belly dance. I do plan to put some more beginner videos on here. I am not by any means a professional belly dancer or even a professional belly dance teacher. Go ahead and bring the arms down. We're going to open the chest, draw the arms back. But it's a hobby of mine, it's a passion of mine. I've taught some group fitness in the past, so I wanted to bring this to you because it's so much fun. But if you're really interested, find a good local class to take. Go ahead and round your back, bring the arms forward, open the shoulder blades. It's super fun, especially in real life with other people. And the nice thing is you don't need a partner with belly dance, so you can go to classes by yourself. Everyone's dancing by herself or himself, but again, mostly women. So it's a great way just to make friends and have a good time with a really old, ancient, very popular, very exotic hobby. When people find out, oh, you belly dance, wow, that's really cool. But it is just really fun and expressive. So I will shut up about how much I love the art of belly dancing and wish you well. Thank you for following along with this beginner belly dance class from Galzeerah Fitness. Be well.